So I love spreadsheets, but one thing that happens when you're working with spreadsheets is you oftentimes get a whole bunch of data all in one sheet. And if it's all just black and white, it's hard to kind of really see what you have. So I wanted to show you a great way to highlight certain pieces of information within your sheet, and that is conditional formatting. Conditional formatting just means the format of the cell is conditional based on what is in the cell. So I have here sort of a list of students and their grades on certain assignments. The reason I chose this as my example is because it's something I use a lot, and it also gives you a good indication of some of the extras you can do with conditional formatting. So to conditionally format some cells, you want to select the cells you want the format to live in. Don't worry, you can always change this once you get into conditional formatting. Now, this is a right-click option, or you can go up into Format, Conditional Formatting, and it opens up your conditional format sidebar. First off, it shows you the range that you're applying this to. Since I selected those cells, that's the cell that I have right now. I could change this, alter this. If I added another assignment, I might want to make it through another column, but for now I'm good here. Now you have some pre-built options, so it says if cell is not empty or if the cell is empty. In my case, I have a bunch of letter grades, so I'm going to be focusing on the text contains options. So for here, I could use text contains, or I could use text is exactly because I just have one letter in there. I'm going to use text is exactly, and I want to see who has an F on an assignment. So I'm going to say the text is exactly F. Right now that goes to the default formatting style. There are some pre-made styles you can use if you want, or you can go ahead and choose something yourself. You can change the text, or I usually change the fill color because that helps the cell stand out more. So I'm going to say I want my F's to show up red because that warns me. Then I can say done, and there's my conditional format. If I want to add in another rule, I can do so from here. If you close this out, you can always re-enter it by going Format, Conditional Formatting. I'm going to add another rule because I also care about my kids who have a C. I want to make sure I grab them as well. So again, I'm going to go down and I'm going to use my text is exactly, and I'm going to choose C. This time I'm going to make my style not red, I'm going to make it orange. That says, hey, keep an eye on this, but it's okay. So there we go. I have two rules in there. If I don't like the rules, I can always trash the rules. I can go in and edit any of the rules at any time if I want. And when I'm done conditionally formatting, I can close the window out. So now I can see every time there is an F or a C, it changes colors. Now let's say student 1 goes in and changes assignment 4, and for some reason it becomes a C. You can see that when I change that, the format changes as well because that conditional formatting was applied to those cells. You can also do a kind of cool conditional formatting thing without text and based on numbers. So I'm going to go over to another sheet that I have, and this time all my grades are in numbers. So in this case, I'm going to select my cells, and I'm going to do Format, Conditional Formatting. And in this case, I'm not going to choose Format Cells if there's text issues. I'm going to look at it in terms of numbers. So I want to see who scored less than 70 on something. That means they failed the assignment. I'm going to make it I'll make it bright pink this time just to show you guys that you can change any color you want. I'm going to say done. And there I have all of the things that were less than 70 are now highlighted in there. Again, I can add a new rule if I want. I can also choose is between or is not between, which is kind of nice. So if I want to say what's between 70 and 79, so what are my C's? And then I can go in and change the format however I want it. I'll make these purple and say done. Again, you can trash these as well, but those are a couple of great conditional formatting tools that you can use to help make your data a little bit easier to read. One thing to think about is that you can also do custom formulas for your formatting of your cells. So you can use if functions in here and also do it based on other cells. However, this gets very, very tricky and would require a much, much longer video. So I'm going to hold off on showing you that right now. But do keep that in mind and play around with it. I'll put a link to the Google's help for writing conditional format formulas if you want in my blog post. So that is conditional formatting in cells for Google Sheets.